Hello everybody and welcome back to Rule of Waves 2 as Japan. Been a few days since I've last recorded, let my voice rest, but we're back at it. Gonna be trying for a long recording session this time. So, and what I mean by that is individual episodes will be the same length, but I'll just be recording a lot more of them in one big sitting, just so I don't have to worry if I get worse again. I'm feeling better, but either way. So yeah, we are 10 months into our war with Russia. And things are going all right. I think our latest two destroyed ships were these two. Yeah, so just a destroyer and a corvette. Though we have sank quite a few Russian ships in this war. If I recall, I don't think it tells us when they were actually sunk. But I think these were it. Yeah. So we've sank quite a few. The two light cruisers I know we sank, and then one of those battle cruisers. So yeah, quite a few things. Because I don't think did we sink anything in the first war that we fought with Russia? It would have to be an 1899 design. So actually, I don't think so. I think these were all done in this war. So far we're doing all right, though I think a few of these are from the British helping us. But either way, we are doing fairly well with the fighting so far. Knock on wood. Hopefully we can keep going because we've got 2 more months for another battle cruiser, the first of the Akoma class, to come off the slipways, which is a fairly good design. Actually, it's a revolutionary leap forward for our heavy ship design, though we are also in the process of building the first purpose-built light carriers in the world, I think, actually. If we check the let's see, almanac, I think so, because I think the German one, that's too light for a light carrier. That might be a conversion from a light cruiser or a cruiser of some sort. USA's got a fairly large one, but that might just be because it's a lot of them and they're only building one at a time. Either way, we're doing all right. We've got some coming off the slips here in about a year. Which will help us out quite a bit. We're also getting some new corvettes because ours are very old and decrepit, and some of our brand new Akazi class destroyers, which are going to pack a pretty big punch. I mean, those 2 4-tube torpedo mounts are pretty good. It's only wish we could have made our latest light cruiser with those, but because I think these got tri-mount, so if they had 1 tube more per, we probably could have squeezed it out. But either way, yeah, let's go ahead and let's go to the next turn, because there's not a lot for us to really do. I'm hoping to keep going on our ships in construction for a bit until we go ahead, and because we've got 2 more months, and then we'll have some spare cash that will hopefully get us back in the black. So let's keep going. All right, we got a fleet battle, which we might have to decline. Sorry, I had to take a drink there. I'm not sure what's exactly in the area. I know the Russians pulled a lot of their ships out, but they don't have that many They don't have that many dreadnoughts. They don't have a lot of scout ship. I mean, they don't have any light forces because we've just been battering them. We can stick away from them, try and hit them with an airstrike. They're close to multiple air bases. We're going to accept that. Okay, so we got our carrier here. We got our 2 dreadnoughts. There's our light cruiser. Got our scout force and the light cruisers. First things first, I want our flight of torpedo bombers to ready. So we get all of them up. Do we not have our We don't have our AK. What I mean by that, we don't have our seaplane carrier. Doesn't look like it. Alright. There's all of our patrol boats. And fighters are taken off from the carrier. Because they can do that. Because the wind is good for that right now. But we can pull back down here if need be, or over to this base, where we're close to home base, so we can pull out if we need to. But I want my torpedo bombers ready, just in case we gotta hit them. See what they're doing. Okay, there go all the fighters on cap and recon flights. Just like I thought, and they're still going basically the same direction as the rest of the force, so the carrier's not going to have to do any weird maneuvers to launch. There go our fighters. They should be on a light load, so that means they will have a pretty decent distance for the recon flights. Some of them are already starting to pull back. Okay, they're all coming back. I mean, we got some distance there. That, yeah, that gave us some decent line of sight. Okay. We had a damaged fighter come down on the deck. But we're learning. We're learning. They'll refuel and relaunch another recon flight here in a bit. If I don't see anything, though, before nightfall, we're going to pull out. Because the only reason that we're doing this is because we do have a carrier which can launch, theoretically, a bombing strike that will be actually useful. Need to put a fighter base or an air base here, just to Jinsang. I need to put one there. Also, be really great if we owned South Korea, because there would be some bases in South Korea we could use. I am not seeing anything, and our forces are just about ready to be together. And there's nightfall. Yeah, I think it's time for us to head back home under cruising speed. Looks like the Russians hightailed it out. I think they realized the danger of I mean, I'm giving a lot of credit to the AI, but I think they realized the danger of a carrier. All right. Yeah, looks like they just did not want to be in a fight with us. We presented. They decided not to accept battle. Well, we just didn't find each other. It'll be a bit easier to spot aircraft or ships with aircraft once we get scout planes on capital ships and better complements for our aircraft carriers, because right now our aircraft carriers do have a problem in the fact that they're with our single aircraft carrier, because it is very limited on its air wing. They did have that many dreadnoughts and battle cruisers. They did not have almost any support ships, so yeah, that would have been something. They actually also had more ops losses than we did. Draw and a draw. Okay, so there they are. Just check the big ships. We were going this way in that direction, and they were just going that way. So on our original course, yeah, Yeah, by the time we got there even, so we started here. Yeah, it was... Or no, they were coming down this way. So yeah, that would have been something we would have caught like in the middle of the night, which would not have favored us. So I'm good with having pulled out when we did. So, ineffectual fight. Studies of enemy aircraft given us some performance data of the Russian torpedo bomber. They have a torpedo bomber, the PO-11. So top speed 105, combat radius 133 nautical miles. So 133 nautical miles on a combat radius 105 speed. Don't care about their Corvette. Okay, good. Reduced dead rate's good. Lowers risk of landing accidents. So we got the transverse arrestor wires. That's good. Basically, those are these wires that come across the deck because a plane can't stop really as quickly as it needs to on a carrier deck. So instead of trying to just make better brakes, there's a little hook underneath the tail. So when they land, the wheels will go over the wires for the most part. But what you want is the hook to catch the wire, which will basically just slow them down right there. It's not a jolting stop, but it's very quick. If you didn't know. We sank an enemy sub, they sank 4 of our ships, they won that month. Okay. So, new Italian torpedo bomber, new Russian fighter. Yeah, combat radius 133, top speed 105. Let's see what that equates to ours. So, top speed 105, which is better than ours. Combat radius, which would be... I don't know what they mean by that, but I would assume that would mean its primary purpose, which would be torpedo, is better than ours, because they got 133, because we are heavy with the torpedo, so we're 884. I think it's... we have... Oh, scout. Okay, we got a scout request out right now, so we can't redo a new torpedo bomber. We'll have to do that later. Okay. One more month for the Acoma to come off the slips. That's good. We're just trying to stay out ahead of the Russians. We didn't take any VP losses there because the Russians didn't do anything. Neither did we, and we didn't forgo battle. Britain pulled out a battle cruiser, or maybe it wasn't there to begin with. It's been a while. Definitely build up in Northern Europe. The Russians have a lot there. I just wish they had more there and less here. If we could get more... Like, that's the thing. The dreadnoughts are expensive, and we can't really build a lot of them. We don't have that capability. They've got 7 destroyers, though, so we could theoretically stop production of the destroyers to get a little bit extra cash. And the Corvettes, how many Corvettes do we got? We have 9 Corvettes down here. We're doing fine when it comes to light forces. So I'm thinking reprioritize, halt the construction of these ships, get us back in the black. Once the Acoma's going, we can get the Congo started and accelerate construction there. Or we could do well, if we accelerated construction of the Ryujo, cuts a month off. Subs are being built. That's tying up some of our budget as well. Okay. If we could only get some light battles going, like if it's a small force versus a small force, that would be something we could utilize. Because our destroyers have been doing really good against their big ships, which would be great if we could destroy a couple of them with a couple more torpedo runs. Because we can afford it. Alright, next turn. Enemy raid on coastal shipping. That's right on the South Korean coast, which we don't have any bases there. This is much closer to what I assumed they had. We're going to decline that fight. The intelligence service is considering offering safe passage for a revolutionary of some renown to his home country, Russia. This will foment revolution and may force them to be at a negotiation table. On the other hand, revolutionaries tend to be contagious. Revolutions can tend to be contagious. We should be careful. Give them safe passage. Let's see if we can force the Tsar out a little later than historically he was. Gyro stabilizer, that's good. So gradual national accuracy improvement. High capacity pumps 2, gradual damage control improvement. That's good. We didn't sink anything, but we did sink a sub, so that's nice. Battle between our ally Great Britain and Russia. The British ship, a corvette, was sunk. Okay. Still doing all right. Our raiders aren't really doing a lot. The Fuso, which is raiding in Northeast Asia, our old 1909 battleship, who is raiding and coastal shipping, just has not found it. But sending a revolutionary means there has to be something for him to stoke. So that means there's probably some problems in Russia, given the fact that they've been blockaded for most of this war. Now, they have a lot of farming that they can utilize. Like, blockading's not going to hurt Russia a lot. But 1922, there are supplies they need to continue their war effort. And, you know, even though there is no invasion of the Liaotong Peninsula or, you know, the Far East, like, in game terms, there's got to be fighting along this border. Like, all along this border. So they've got to have things like, you know, rubber and complex materials, and or just things they would need raw materials for they might not be able to get from Russia, but would definitely have to be traded through Southeast Asia, Africa, you know, US areas. So there's probably stuff they're not getting. So hopefully that translates to problems for Russia in the future. I mean, we've been at war for a year. So that's a thing. Tonnage. There we go. Okay, so they're ready to go next month. The Acoma. It'll be a couple of months of workups, but then she'll be ready to go. Then the Congo we can start up, or we can start the other light carrier. I want to know, what's the U.S.? The U.S. still has not got a light carrier going. That, or maybe a better dread, maybe the Asai class, because we did research it. It's an expensive mother, but finishing the Acoma, we might have the budget for it. We'll see. Let's go to the next turn. A battleship engagement. Unexpected battle. We're near a base, so we can retreat there. Okay, we're going to have to do this. Can't not do it. Attack enemy ships in general. Great. This is the worst possible weather for what we're dealing with. So I'm thinking if we spot... We gotta get to Chimpo. To Chia... Oh, what the hell is that? That'd be a Chianpo? Chianpo? Gotta get there. Because this is foolhardy. Foolhardy, I say. No spotted ships yet. And we can't turn course yet. Alright, there we go. Here's what we're going to do. The same thing we always do. I want your formation to be line ahead. You can be a screen. You are going to go to max speed 32, race up. I need the light cruisers. That's the heavy cruiser. Light cruisers to be in a line ahead pattern because you have torpedoes. I need you to go to high speed. Make a sharp turn there. I need the battle cruisers to make high-speed, sharp turn here. Get a broadside on them and just lay shells in. We're going to go ahead and do line ahead here, just so we can do a torpedo pass if need be. We do not have a lot of torpedoes ready. Weather does not permit aircraft launches. That is true. We are going to... Yeah, we can't even get you on ready, so even if it clears, we'll have to get you ready then. Alright, that'll have to be it for now. Top speed with the dreadnoughts. Make a sharp turn. Top speed with you. Sharp turn. Everybody else goes ahead. Okay, we took a shot. It's not that big of a deal, though. It's not that big of a deal. Alright. They're saying that's a battle cruiser. You're on independent. Can't get you off independent. Can't get you off independent either, so you're just working as a group. Okay. Hard turn. Try and get a torpedo run in there. Okay, you go down that way. Okay, those are some heavy hits. We've lost 2 of our wing turrets. That is a battle cruiser. Hoping for a torpedo run here. Okay, I heard torpedoes. These got to be point blank or something. Yeah, torpedoes into there. That's good. Alright, one of our ships took a torpedo. How's the Simpson doing? Simpson's got some bad flotation damage. Well, it's got some bad flotation damage there, but overall not too bad. Come on, destroyers. You need to make a hard turn in. You two. Light ships, just go in. We need the light ships to make heavy turns into the enemy. Okay. Now, speed's too... everything's not going well. Max speed is 8. Turn away there. I need you to reevaluate. You're going to go on to... Where are my battle cruisers at? No, let's see. Where are you at? It's in a completely different command structure. Need to turn that way. He took some bad hits. Not going to be able to do much here because of the weather. We've got no line of sight with stuff. We just need to break contact. It's the worst possible situation. Please tell me those are going to hit. Those should have hit. We're going to hope they did. That destroyer is doing God's work. There goes another torpedo into him. Let's let those destroyers do their fighting while we try and make it out. Come on, Simpson. Took a torpedo in, in some really bad waters. Okay. Squadron Max is that. I need the oddball. Make a turn around. And into port. Yes to all. Come on, Simpson. You can make it back. Yes to all. Okay. Victory to Russia for heavily damaging a battlecruiser, moderate damaging another, and damaging a lot of other stuff. That was the worst possible engagement we could have had. I think, yeah, all those big ships there, those were their dreadnoughts. It was all just a tight bunch. Damn it. That's going to be a victory for Russia. They forced us off the field. Yep. No, we're not remembering that. Strikes and anti-war demonstrations rumored to take place in Russia. Yeah, there we go. Good job, Lenin. Okay. I actually don't know what revolutionary we had in our prison system, but it worked out. So we got a new battleship, or battle cruiser, the Acoma, is commissioned in the Navy. So there we go. And one of our light cruisers is there. Top spy managed to get hold of a Russian battle cruiser currently under construction. Okay, that one is really good. Yeah. Very good. Let's see. What is the Acoma? It hasn't updated, so we can't see the Acoma. But that's 14-inch guns. Pretty good, though we have more 14-inch guns on ours. Belt's the same. I think ours is 1 knot faster. Secondaries are better. Motor torpedo boats. Enables building of motor torpedo boat squadrons. That is interesting. Close to measuring effective sight. We sank a couple of merchants, so we actually won that month. That's good. We got another couple hundred VP for blockading the enemy. That's good. The Acoma. Let's see. No, they're faster than us. We had 28 knots. All right. We had more AA guns, though, so that's good. Yeah, all right. They're in their waking up period. And now we've got some spare cash to throw around. I'm thinking we can go ahead and get these ready to go because we need them to be finished because they are still taking up budget. Just being, like, even halted, they take up a portion of their budget. And the other light carrier, which is going to be on accelerated. So that'll be 17 months. All right. I think that was good. You know, that was a bad fight for us. I mean, now some of our heavy boats are out for a bit, but I think we'll be okay. We are starting to see some cracks in the Russian resolve, but we'll have to take this up next time because we're at the end of this episode. So thank you for joining me for this episode. If you'd like to, please leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button down below, as well as take a look at the description down below where I have links to my Discord and my Patreon page. I'll see all of you in the next episode. Bye.